Hi, I'm Allison Salmon-Pereira, a licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist at Counseling and Psychiatric Services at the University Health Center. Learning how to manage conflict is important to maintain healthy relationships. Most people shy away from conflict and hope they'll just get over whatever upset them. That way they don't have to make a scene or start a fight. The problem is, most people don't actually get over the thing they're upset about without adding to the bank of resentment they have for the person that hurt or bothered them. Then they end up blowing up at the person. It's impossible to talk about conflict resolution without first addressing communication styles. On one side, there's aggressive communication. People who are aggressive tend to yell, name-call, or make snide comments when they feel they've been infringed upon. At the other extreme is passive communication. People who are passive tend to suck it up more often. They often feel walked all over by their loved ones. Many people become passive-aggressive in order to express the way they feel without having to have a conversation about it. A classic example is someone asking a friend if something's wrong and the friend saying no, while communicating with her body language that she's upset or angry. Trying to use these forms of communication to resolve conflicts doesn't work. Let's talk about what does. Assertiveness is stating how you feel or asking for what you need without expectation that it will change the other person. It's not a way to manipulate someone into doing something or hinting that it needs to be done. It's being upfront, honest, and direct. For example, let's say you come home and your roommate or partner is watching TV and has not cleaned the dishes. You might go to the sink and clean them yourself, which is passive. You might bang the dishes around and make it obvious that you're cleaning his dishes, and that's passive-aggressive. Or the ever-popular, leave the dishes in the sink until it becomes unbearable for him because they stink so badly. That's passive-aggressive too. For some reason, it feels uncomfortable to say, "Hey John, will you clean the dishes tonight?" That's assertive. Or, "John, you said you were going to get to the dishes last night and they're still here. Would you be willing to clean them now?" John may say no. He won't do the dishes now. He has the right to say no. He can go back on his word. Instead of yelling or rolling your eyes or leaving the room quietly, you might try expressing how you feel about it. "I'm frustrated. Can we work out a different system for keeping things clean because I don't think this one's working?" Let's look at another common conflict that may be more emotionally driven. What if you're out with your boyfriend or girlfriend and you see them talking with someone else? I want you to imagine for a second 3 different ways of handling it. Aggressive, like throwing your drink in your date's face. Imagine something that would be aggressive for you. Passive, like pretending you don't see it. Imagine what passive response you might have. Passive-aggressive, like flirting with your date's attractive friend. Imagine how you might react passive-aggressively. Now imagine how you could handle it assertively. It might help to consider using the following framework. I feel blank when you blank. I would prefer blank. Now think about how it would feel for someone to say that, in the tone you were thinking, to you. If it makes you feel defensive, try again. Focus on expressing how you feel without trying to make the other person feel bad. Try to take on their perspective and see where they were coming from. Look for an alternative hypothesis for their behavior instead of jumping to conclusions. One possibility might be, "I saw you talking to Jen, and I realized I was feeling kind of threatened and jealous. It's my issue and my insecurity, but I just needed to get it out that I'm feeling like this." If someone expresses to you how they feel and you don't like it or it makes you feel bad, take a deep breath and see if it fits. For instance, if your mom expected you to mail her something that she needed and you didn't, take responsibility instead of coming up with an excuse. No one likes to disappoint people, but sometimes it's going to happen. Instead of lashing out with, "Well, you shouldn't have left that up to me, you know I'm busy," say something like, "I'm sorry, I dropped the ball on that. I'll take it to the post office tomorrow between classes." Possibly the hardest thing in conflict resolution is giving up the idea that you're 100% right. Really try to see where the other person is coming from before making assumptions or trying to hurt them back. We all have unhealthy communication patterns when we're not feeling our best. Identify what yours are so that when they start to happen, you can try something else. Before you respond to someone or confront them, ask yourself if the way you're presenting it will strengthen your relationship. Ask if staying quiet is really worth the resentment it's likely to build when 1 or 2 simple sentences would alleviate some of the frustration. Most importantly, know that you won't be perfect at this, and be gentle with yourself if you happen to accidentally say something aggressively or chicken out of an opportunity to be assertive. Life presents plenty of conflicts for you to practice. Relationship concerns are one of the most common problems people come to CAPS to address. If you would like further help with communication or relationship issues, please call us for a phone screening. If you're in crisis, please walk into CAPS during business hours or call the UGA Police after hours at 706-542-2200.